Aw, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome to the Sloppy Book Club podcast. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Celese, and we are on season 3, episode 19. So grab your drinks and get ready for this awesome episode. On this week's episode, we will be talking about our top 3 September reads because it's been a while since you've heard us, and we will also be discussing since there's only 12 weeks left in the year, we thought we would chat about some of our top 12 hopefuls.
Yes.
So these are 12 books. We have 12 weeks, and we are hoping to read them by the end of the year.
Mind you, this is not a complete list because we both have like a shit ton of books that we actually want to try to read too.
Yes.
But these are like our top sort of priority wants reads.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Which some might be maybe the same or maybe not. So I'm interested to know yours.
That's true because we don't know each other's lists. So
yeah, so I'm eager to know what your top 3 for September are, but also your 12 hopefuls, because I feel like your range is so good. You're good about like really having different kinds of books to read. So some might be added to my TBR.
That's definitely the mood reader in me because I've been so back and forth. Like we hit summer hard with spooky reads, and then I just got into that mood, and then I read a freaking great fantasy that we both read, and it was amazing. And then I was like, oh, maybe I want to read more fantasies. And then I think I read one, and then I was like, but I kind of want to read more spooky reads. So it's been like all over the place.
Romance this year I love romance books, but romance this year has been like my top contender. Like if I'm not feeling something, I'm jumping into a romance. And I feel like I've been struggling with the fantasies. Like I love fantasies, but I don't know. Like sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to. Like my mind is not there. And then spooky reads and like horror aren't like my big jam, but when I do, I'm like, oh, I want to read more. And then I try and then I'm like, I can't. I want to go back to my romance.
Yeah, I think when you feel that way, you kind of just have to lean into your romance for a while until you get tired of it, and then just switch it up.
I'm gonna have to. But we do have some drinks. So let's get to it. What is your drink, Jenny?
So I have a Truly for a backup. Because the drink that I got that I forgot I had in my fridge is the Sinfully Apple Moonshine from Echo Hill Orchard. You've had this before, and you know this is dangerous. So that's why there's only a little bit, because it's so good, and it'll catch up to you. So I'm just sipping this and actually drinking my Truly.
Nice. I like it's a wine, right? A wine brand?
No, it's
like a cider.
Shine cider type thing.
Cider. Which is funny because I'm trying a new cider.
Yeah.
So this is Hudson North Cider Co. And this is their cider donut. And I'm like, I feel like that's very fall-y. Cider donuts, you get them.
Agreed.
And
very, very Massachusetts of you.
Right? I thought so. But yeah. Oh, that was oh my God. It smells so good. Oh my God, I hope it tastes good.
I hope so too.
That's not bad.
Nice.
Very like cinnamony. And apple.
That's what we like.
Yeah. Apple cider, water, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla. That's not a lot of that's like simple ingredients, but it's really good. No, this is really, really good. And I had brought the, big child in me brought a Capri Sun just in case.
It's such a weird mixture.
I was like, if I don't like this cider, I'm definitely gonna drink a Capri Sun. No, but this is good. I'm so happy I bought like the little case of 4 because I'm definitely gonna have more.
I'm gonna have to try it.
I had Angel try it, but he said it didn't get cold enough. He said it needs to be colder. He didn't tell me if he liked it or not because I was like, I don't want to be influenced by you.
Wait. Yeah.
So I'll ask him after what he thought. All right, top 3 reads of September. Did you want to go
Yeah,
first or did you want me?
sure. I'll go first. That's fine. All right. So
Okay.
my top three, I read 7 books. So my top three are the second book in the series by Natalia Hernandez. This is The Follower of Flowers. I reread the first one in September and then just jumped right into this one because the third book is coming out soon. And
Mhm.
it's a YA fantasy about a girl who is the name bearer and she has to deliver a name to a monarch or the next monarch, and then she fails. So then
Mhm.
she's labeled like a traitor. That's book one. And then it jumps right in. And when I tell you the emotional tug that
Oh,
this has my heart, I can't wait for you. You haven't read it, right? Not yet.
no. And
So
it,
good. When you get
I
to a
want
point, I was gonna say something about someone, uh, just like one word, but I feel like maybe you would figure it out. So I'm not gonna say it. But when
okay.
this happens to one person, I sobbed like completely.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah, it's so good. I can't wait.
I believe you. I believe you. And not to jump into our next segment, but it is part of my top
Oh, one of
12.
your hopefuls. We knew
Yes.
we were gonna overlap somehow,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
yeah.
Because I like
So
the name bearer. Like
it
I
was so
really
good.
liked it. I might have to do a reread though.
I would suggest it. So, like, I remember the entire story, but there were characters. I knew there were a lot of characters in there, and I had a feeling they were going to come back. So, I felt
Mhm.
like I needed to remember who some of these people were and what they
Right.
were about in order.
Right.
And I'm so glad I did. So, I would suggest,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
read
I'm
the.
definitely gonna have to do that
I mean,
for
and
sure.
they're super like thin. Like this is so thin, and book one
Yeah,
is.
they're not like super heavy books to read
Mhm.
and which are great. But they pack a punch. Like she's really good at giving you like descriptions and a story without being so wordy, you
Mhm.
know? And I feel like that's really good writing.
Agreed.
Where it's a
And
fantasy and it's not like, 700 pages to get to
right.
where you need to be.
Yeah,
So I'm
everything is
excited
just like
about
back to back to back to back. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I didn't cry with the first one. I just really liked it. This one I cried.
Yeah, same.
I was
Oh my God,
emotional.
I don't want to cry.
um, so my next one is one you read as well, The Captain of Rebels by Isabel Olmo. And if you follow us at all, then you know this is like our one of our favorite series ever. It's a high feminist fantasy and just go pick it up. It's such a well thought out story, high tension, emotional, fast read, great world building. It's perfect all the way around. And this is book
Yeah.
3, if I didn't say
I
that.
I would have to agree, and that's one of my top for September too.
Yeah. Oh,
And
is it?
one thing, yeah. So I just want to jump on so like I'm not repeating it. But
Doubling it.
what I love about this series is that when it's multiple point of views and we're getting point of views of different characters while
Mhm.
still having like our main queen character and having so many stories, like interconnected stories where it all flows so seamlessly and you're not like confused. Like, wait, why are we talking about this person? Like everything makes
It's like
sense.
everything connects to another dot, and you
Mhm.
never get lost in between at all.
Oh. So like for me, it's like if you enjoy like Game of Thrones, where you get all these characters and you get episodes where you're only focused on one side character, but things are still happening in like the main like plot, but you're getting
Mhm.
all these different views at the same time. It reminds me of that. It reminds
Yeah,
me of like a fantasy series, like a TV show, like you're getting
right.
little episodes, and it's just oh, it's so good.
So
This
good.
one
Could you
definitely, like this one definitely, like, ruined me a little bit, like,
Oh, yeah.
with,
Oh, yeah, for
like
sure. I've never cried so much in one singular book than I did with this
yeah,
one.
yeah, that
Never.
one
I
It was
counted at
great.
least 5. And they're thick babies.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah.
thick books, but
It's
you don't feel like you're reading this amount of story,
no.
right? Like
Mm,
it's like I feel like it flows very, very well.
yeah. I
So good.
it's so good.
I just
It's
love.
so good.
Okay. All right. I'm
Oh,
done
okay.
talking. All
Yes.
right.
I could talk
My
about it
last.
all the time.
I know. We could probably do an entire episode. We probably should at
Yeah,
some point
we
before the
should.
next out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh, I have an idea for that. I'm gonna write it down before I forget.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh.
and then if you get like her book boxes, oh my God, does she give you so many cool items? I think
Mhm.
my favorite is the like tarot card kind of things, like the character cards.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I because when
So
I first opened that and I saw one character, I immediately started crying again. And this was what, like a week after we had read it or something like that that we got it. I don't know, but
yeah.
like it was immediate. I had to
Yeah.
message her right away. I was like, this sucks.
I like tagged her because I was like reading it on a plane and like I was like distraught. And I remember one time reading it, like I read it on and off while on vacation. And I remember Angel driving and like screaming at one point, and he's driving and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's the book." And he's like, "So I'm driving.
Oh
Like,
my
what are
God.
you doing?" And I was
I
like,
just
"Okay, I'm putting it away. I'm putting it away. It's
if
gonna cause
there's
a crack."
one wreck that like people will
Yeah,
take from us, I think this should be it. Like at all, like ever that we've ever recommended this series, I feel like, and I feel like you would agree, should be
yeah,
like that one
definitely. Definitely
series.
top for
Yeah,
sure
for sure.
recommendation.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like I'm so happy you found her because and read the book because I would have
This
been lost. Like without this book, it's so good. This
mhm.
series.
Thank Book Talk. That's for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, for
But
sure. All
okay,
right.
moving on because we always get in a tangent about Isabel
I
Omo.
know.
All right, so my last my top 3 for September is Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. It's a paranormal thriller about a girl who wakes up dead at the side of a river, and then she's on the hunt for her killer. So she's like not a zombie, but she's
Okay.
almost like a, I don't know what you would call them, like she's not a ghost, but she's not a zombie either.
Hmm.
Somewhere in between. And it like
Hmm.
reminds me of like those
I feel
movies from
like
like the
there's a name
90s.
for that.
Huh?
I feel like there's a name for that. But
Like an in between. Like is she's
yeah.
like a real person, like she can touch things, but she's not alive.
I feel
And
like
I
there's a
don't
name
know what you would call
for that.
that.
Hmm. We'll look it up at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there is
Um,
a
but yeah, it's like a sort of like I could see this as like a 90s horror thriller type
oh
movie.
cool. I like that.
That was really good. Okay, that was it.
Okay. So we already mentioned one of my top three, which was Captain of the Rebels by Isabel Omo. Read it. That's all I gotta say. Um, next is Celestial Monsters by Aiden Thomas. I almost said that wrong, but I thought about
Did
it.
it very well.
Um, this is the final book in a YA fantasy duology. Um, and it picks up right where book one's cliffhanger. So like you don't have to like guess what happens next. It's like it jumps right back into the action. It's high stakes, expects magic, friendship, love, betrayal, forgiveness, found family, and it has the most amazing LGBTQ plus representation. We have trans main character, we have great romances. It's just a really good YA fantasy. I absolutely loved it. I loved the first book, loved the second one even more. I didn't want to say bye to the characters, but such a good
So
book.
that's it. It's a duology.
Yeah, it's just a duology.
Okay.
And he's also the writer of Cemetery Boys, which
Oh
you need
yeah.
to read. And that better
I
be
need to
part of
read
your
both
book.
of those. I found book one, not so that duology at a thrift store, and it was
The
a
Sunbear
bound
Girls.
manuscript, like a actual manuscript, like
Yeah.
like before they send out like
Yeah, yeah,
parts or
yeah.
whatever. Those,
You
yeah.
found that? I am jealous. I haven't been
This,
thrifting in
right?
so long.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like just a manuscript. Like the I don't know how it's originally like set up, but that's how it looks.
Yeah. Oh
So,
my
yeah. And then
gosh.
look, I was getting ready to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And I tabbed chapters to like organize myself. I was getting ready to read it and
Mhm.
then I just didn't.
You just didn't read it. It's good. Either that or Cemetery Boy. The Cemetery Boys are so well, Cemetery Boys is really, really good. That I feel like you would really enjoy a lot.
Maybe I'll
Um,
add it to my rest of the year list.
I wonder if it's I know the Sunbearer Trials is on audio. So if
Mm,
you ever want to like pick it up. I don't know if Cemetery Boys is too, but I'm
okay.
sure it is. My next one or my final one for my top three is Cuxtall Academy, Academy, Academy
Academy. Yeah,
by
fancy.
Nell Nicole and Michaela DiHornado, who we absolutely love. This is a
Yeah.
urban fantasy inspired by Mayan mythology. You know, expect morally gray characters, multiple point of views, unique magic systems, steamy romances, and I think some of my favorite male main characters.
Mm, nice. Okay.
I love them. I
Yes.
really did.
I do love them. I love Koa more,
Really?
but yeah, I know. I feel like I'm in the minority because anybody that I've
Mhm.
seen talk about it, they're all about what's his name? Ren,
Ren.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And I don't know
WR.
anything about Koa, but
Really?
I like
You're just
him
like, yeah, he's
too.
my kind of guy.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
I love Ren. I think it's like that dark, mysterious, brooding kind of vibes that he gives off that I really enjoy. But I feel like we didn't get enough of him, and I feel like this book was even though I feel like it was Koa like heavy too, like his
Yeah.
point of view. So I feel like it was easier to fall in love with him because of, we get a lot of his perspective and we don't get that much
Yeah.
of Ren. And I wish we did get a little bit more of their romance too. Ren and
Yeah.
is it no. Oh my God, I'm
Mira
just
is the other one.
Mira, the
She,
sister, right?
yeah, she's the sister,
Yeah.
Koa's sister. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Mira and Ren's relationship. Like I wanted more.
Yeah.
I didn't get enough.
I could see that. Yeah. Maybe we'll get
But
more with the next one.
I hope so because it did leave you, wanting more, and I want more, and I have questions. So,
Yes.
but
Very
I
much
think
a Cliffy.
yeah, but I also like the like magic system and the tier system of like their society,
Mhm.
which was really like different and unique.
Yeah.
So it was just like a really good fantasy, and it's a book one in the series, and I feel like it's a really good start, and with two authors, that's pretty dope for it to like flow so well. It didn't feel
Yeah.
like you knew who was writing what. It all felt like one author, which I
Right.
feel like is really when you have
Agree.
multiple people writing.
Yeah.
So I thought it was
I
really
agree.
good, and it was my top three.
Nice. If I read it in September, it probably would have been a top
Up
three.
there.
That would have been
Mhm.
hard.
My
Yeah.
top five, well, I only read five in September. Um, so
My top
it
five.
was like, yeah, my top five, I only read five. Um, so like it was easy to pick three, but then it wasn't because the other two, they were good for like their own reasons too. So
Yeah.
even with those five, all five books were really good, but those were definitely the top three for sure.
Yeah. I liked everything that I read in September.
Me
But
too. September was a really good month.
mhm.
Okay. Are you ready
I'm
to
ready. All right.
unpack 12 books at the
12
top
books.
of our must reads before the end of the year? That's 24 books between us.
Yes.
Unless, like, in the grand scheme of things, we have like the same ones, which I don't think we would, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
I honestly don't know. Maybe like a couple we might have. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's get started. So, I'll do my first four and then we'll move on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my first one is I have a feeling you read it before, but I can't remember. It's An Appetite for Miracles by Laken Zaya Kemp. I don't know if you
No.
read that. I don't know why I thought you read it. So that
Sounds
one is,
interesting though.
oh my God. I know it's going to be emotional, and it's probably one of my only like very emotional reads for the rest of the year. It's a YA romance and it follows two teens who connect over pain and grief. And the FMC, her grandfather, I guess it's like deteriorating. I want to say
Mm.
dementia. And the MMC works with his uncle by going to like nursing home or families' homes to sing and play music.
Stop it.
I know. I read the description. I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna cry. So
I want
I
to
know it's gonna be
cry.
emotional.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my first one.
Mm.
My second one is Drop Dead Sisters. It's an arc by Amelia Diane Coombs, and this is a murder mystery about estranged sisters who end up at a family reunion in a campground, and they accidentally kill someone.
Oh.
So
Oh no.
I know. It sounds really interesting. So it's described as like a mix between the shows Bad Sisters and Dead to Me. I've seen Dead to Me, which I really, really liked. But the other one I don't even know what that is, but it sounds really good. So I'm definitely gonna.
That sounds really good.
Mhm. My next one is Forgotten Sisters by Cynthia Peleo, and it's a psychological suspense. It's a ghost story, and it's about sisters, these two sisters who inherited their family home, and they're not allowed to sell it or anything. They have to live in it.
Mm.
And it also comes along with secrets and hauntings, and there may or may not be dead bodies showing up in a river behind their house. So
Oh
there,
no.
I know. It sounds really good. I've been
Yeah,
trying
it
to,
does.
yeah, I've been trying to look for more like Latinx horror thriller
Yeah.
authors.
Hmm.
And she's one that I found, and it sounds really good. I have like
Oh,
three
it
books on
sounds
my
really,
list
really
now
good.
for her. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then my last one for this section is The Reformatory by, I hope I'm saying this right, Tanana Reeve Dew. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or not, but
I think you are.
um,
I'm
so
pretty
this
sure it's way better than what I would have said. I'm so
That's my
bad with
best
names.
guess, I guess. I think this came out last year. So this was sent to me. It's a historical horror, and it's inspired by the author's family history of a
Oh,
relative who was killed in the infamous like segregated school. It was called like Dozier School for Boys. Um,
okay.
and it says that it's inspired by her family history.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm really excited to read this one.
Yeah,
And I've
that
heard
sounds,
nothing but good things about this. So
yeah, that sounds really, really good.
yay. I'm excited.
Hmm.
All right. You're up
Is it my
next.
turn?
It's your
Okay.
turn.
So mine, I'm gonna go and just like do based on like vibes and what to expect with my reads. Because that's just how I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I have Lost in Lasso by Lila Sage, which is book 3 in the Rebel Blue Ranch Cowboy series. I am a huge fan of the first two books. Like, I am obsessed with her writing and like her characters. And I'm just giving the side eye to NetGalley and the publishers for not approving my request. I'm putting it out there on the podcast. Yes, I'm giving them the side eye because they left me on red, which is fine. I prefer that. I prefer to be left on red than
Okay.
just getting the automatic denied. So I'll take that. Because when
Okay.
you get a request and like within minutes you're just rejected, like that hurts. But if you left me on red, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
But you know
And it
what?
doesn't
I think the immediate rejections are because they're literally out of like
come out.
the digital copies.
Mhm. Yes and no,
Okay.
because I've been seeing people now get approved.
Mm,
Like there was like a high like approval and then a high like rejection. And
okay.
little by little, I've been seeing with other books too that I've really, really wanted and were rejected. Um, I feel like I don't know, like maybe they get a couple more and then
Maybe they
like
get more, yeah.
I don't
Cause
know.
like so
Maybe they
like
like
this came out last year and then they offered it to
mhm,
me now and I
mhm,
don't know why. And there was another
right.
one by Chloe Gong, um
Mhm.
Immortal Longings, I think it was called.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I got that last year, but they were offering it again. I didn't get it, but I didn't get book 2 either. But anyway,
But
moving
yeah,
on.
side eye to you because I really, really want it. And then people get it and then they sell it and stuff. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
that person.
frustrating.
I'm a good girl. Okay. I deserve it. I don't sell my art. Okay.
I'm a good girl.
I'm a good girl.
Yeah, that's really shitty that people are making money when the authors don't even make that
Hundreds
amount
and
of money.
thousands of dollars sometimes. One, I love books. I love books. I love my authors. I'm not spending $1,000.
No,
Sorry. I
no,
said
that's
it.
crazy.
Absolutely not.
No, that's crazy.
Absolutely not. You're insane. It is not that serious. But anyway, I love the author's writing. I love the characters. I feel like with each book is better than the like previous. So it just shows like the growth in her writing ability and like just like the
Mhm.
growth in her character development. And I really liked the these side characters from, you get a glimpse of them in book 1 and 2 and now you're getting their book and you already felt the tension within the first two books because this is a
Nice.
enemies to lovers, opposites attract, forced proximity, and if I'm not mistaken, this is her best friend's brother. I want to say it is her her brother, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it comes out in November, and I really, 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 really want to read it. I really
You
want
should try
to.
again. You should email the publisher
I
and see if no, do it again, but
multiple times.
if you could get a finished copy.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Mhm. Just email and just like tell them like, "Hey, I requested this. I unfortunately didn't get approved, but I
Mhm.
would really love a finished copy if you have any." Just do it.
Oh, maybe I'll do that because I was like, I'm just asking for an e-arc. I told them that. I was like, I don't even need the physical. I'll take an e-arc. Like, I will take the crumbs, okay?
That's hilarious.
But yeah. Anyways, NetGalley and publishers. Until next time.
Oh my God. All
My
right.
next one is Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. She's the author of Out on a Limb, and I loved it. I think she brings humor and fun and just like witty banter with her characters, and I just want to read all her books now. This one is a friends with benefits. He falls first. There's a road trip, I guess, and one bed. So yeah, sign me up. I'm gonna love it. I know it, and I want to read it.
Awesome.
Um,
Mm.
it just sounds good. It just sounds like everything I
Don't you
want in a
love it
romance.
when you're like, I just know I'm gonna love it. Like that's it.
Yeah,
Like there's no
yeah.
explanation needed. I'm going to like it.
hmm
That's it.
Tell me the vibes. Let me see the cover. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And going into my next read, A Thirst by Angela Montoya. I literally
Oh.
saw the cover of this book and was like, I want to read it. So I
Mhm.
pre-ordered it. Um, from the author's like description, she said, if you like golden retriever vampire boys Black cat wannabe vampire hunter girls. Action and chaos with a fake engagement. This is the book for you. So
Nice.
yeah, that sounds like the book for me. I got it.
And this
So when
isn't
it
part
comes
of her other series, right? Because she just came out with another book, so I don't think it was like
is that
vampire-y.
no, it's something Isle, right? Sinner's Isle?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's a
Yeah,
totally different series, but I do
I
remember seeing,
believe so. But
yeah,
like the
I
cover
know.
is so fucking pretty. We'll put it somewhere. But yeah, the cover is so pretty. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pre-order that." I didn't even know what it was about. I saw it and then I read the description and then I was like, "Yeah, that's
Love
what I want to
that.
read."
That's funny because one of my books that I'm gonna mention whenever is I saw the cover and I was like, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna pre-order
Yeah.
it. Hmm.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
exciting.
that happens a lot for me, which I'm gonna bump this one up from my list, which is also how I became obsessed with this book that I have yet to read, Lore of the Wilds by Annalise Sabrana. This is a romantasy with Fae, an enchanted library. I hear only great things. I guess there's lots of
Mhm.
adventure and things, and yeah, why have I not read it? Look
Same.
how gorgeous.
Mhm.
Gorgeous.
And
And she just
everybody loves it.
yeah, and she just dropped the cover to book 2. I need that one, but
I
I need
love
to
it.
read it.
How they're like this with the hand. I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yep. I'm
Yes.
gonna need to read it too. It'll be a little
We
bit, but
read
I'll read it.
together and then do a review
Oh, we could do a whole like a spoiler episode for book one.
before book
How we
2.
how we used to do it.
Yes. But yeah, that was that 4? 3, 4.
I think
Yes.
so.
So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
those are 4 of mine so far.
Okay.
And 2 of them is just because of the freaking cover.
But they both sound good, so they're
Yeah, they
justified.
both do sound really, really good.
Yeah. So my next four are actually all arcs and are
Mm.
all audiobooks. So I do not have a physical
Oh,
copy.
nice. Okay.
Yes. So the first one is January's by Olivia Blake. And that one is actually a collection of short stories. It's fantasy, has modified fairy tales, poetry, contemporary heists. So I'm really excited to read it. Um, my next one I chose because of the cover, and it's Tangle Root by Kalela Williams. Didn't even know what it was about, but it sounds really good. It's a
Mhm.
YA fiction, and it's about a girl and her mom who moved to a plantation. Her mom is a college professor, and she's like fighting to get the name of the college changed to her ancestor who actually founded the school, which was
Mm.
originally an all black school. So, and then while she's doing that, the daughter is like uncovering secrets of like the previous white slave owners that lived in the
Wow.
plantation. So
Mhm.
it actually sounds really good. I'm
No, that
excited.
does sound really, really good.
Yeah, so the only issue I have with it is that the cover is so like a fantasy cover. I'll have it up here, and it's you
Mhm.
would never think that that's what it's about.
I'll have to look it
But
up.
yeah, but it sounds really good anyway, so I'm gonna read it.
Mhm.
The
Like
next
the
one
cover
is
like the cover is would you say like whimsical, but then you're like reading something very like tough kind of
so
like
yes, yes. It
okay.
kind of what does it remind me of? Like a mix of oh my God, what is the name of that freaking book that we obsessed over like 2 years ago? It's a YA. It's like an Arthurian legend. I
Oh,
am blanking. Book two is blood marked.
oh, and it's
The
right here
fuck is
next to me. It's
what?
Legendborn.
Yes, Legendborn. So it's
Mm.
like a mix of that. If it was like a whimsical looking, like she was in a forest type thing.
Okay, okay.
So it looks very fantasy, but it's not fantasy.
Mm.
So
Okay.
which is fine.
Yeah.
This next one I'm super excited about. It's American Rapture by CJ Lead, and it's a post-apocalyptic horror, and it's about this girl who's been sheltered her whole life. She grew up very religious, and there's a virus outbreak, and the symptom of that outbreak is that you go feral with lust. So
Okay.
it's
Is
not
that
like
like
erotica or anything like that. It's horror.
hmm
So I don't know what to expect. I
right?
assume it's
Like,
going to
are you
be very
lusting so
triggery.
bad you eat them?
I don't,
Like
they'll
you
be doing other
consume
things,
them, you
I
want them in.
assume. I don't know.
You're like, I
I don't
really
know.
don't know, but
I will let you know.
please do.
I will. I'm excited to read it, so we'll see.
No, that
And
sounds
the
good.
last one of this group is like I'm super fucking excited over this. By Jameson Shea, and it's I Am the Dark and That Answers When You Call. It's book 2 to I Feed Her to the Beast and the Beast is
Okay.
Me.
It seemed like the same kind of vibe of title. So I was just gonna say that. Is it book 2?
Yep.
I didn't
The
know that was
longest titles known to man. But yes, it's book 2. So book 1 ends very like it ties it off really good, but you can see where she would continue.
okay.
Book 1 is also a villain origin story. So
Oh,
see
okay.
how like book 2 will probably go. I didn't even read the synopsis for book 2. I don't care what the fuck it's about. I'm gonna read it the moment I have the chance.
Yes.
So there. And it comes out in November, early November. Yeah.
hmm
So I'm really
That's
excited.
hilarious. You're like, I'm gonna read it no
Doesn't
matter
matter.
what.
I don't give a fuck
Some
what it's.
point, at some point, you get that, you got it.
It's gotta be before release date, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Okay.
worst.
My turn, right?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
it's mine are two books from Tiffany D. Jackson because I loved her Carrie retelling.
So
And
good.
I'm like, I have to read everything she's ever written, kind of
Mhm,
thing. So the first one is Monday's Not Coming. Um, I feel like with her books, I never know what I'm gonna expect with her
mhm,
writing. Like you think it's going one way and then like the direction of the story completely changes. So it's not predictable at all. And it usually centers around something like super serious, like her topics and themes. So it's always like I'm always captivated by her writing. And that was just with one book. So I was just like, I have to read her other books. So Monday's Not Coming, from what I know, is about this girl named Claudia, and Monday is her best friend, and she goes missing, and no one seems to care except her. And then people start caring, I think, like once they find her or something.
mhm.
Um, and then like all this stuff happens and like things are uncovered and it's just like just sounds really, really good. Allegedly is another good one that I've heard good things about. This is about a teen who has spent 6 of 15 years in custody for allegedly murdering a baby. So I guess we're getting like past present vibes and you're kind of following along to determine if she really did or didn't. So
Yes.
we don't know
So
kind of
I
thing.
have that one on my list. I want to
But
read
yeah.
it. I heard that that one allegedly
Which one?
has like the allegedly the one with the white,
Mhm.
the clearer cover. That's the name of the title, right?
This one.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Mhm. Oh, no, you said allegedly and then you froze. I'm
Oh,
sorry. And so
I
I'm
think
like,
we're
yeah,
just.
this one,
I
right?
think we're. I think we're freezing. That's why.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I'm like,
I was
yeah,
so
this one.
confused.
And
I'm
you're
like,
like, no, no, the white one. You're like the white cover one. And I'm like, I am showing the white
yeah,
cover one.
you had the red one over.
Oh,
Um, so I heard that that one has like one of the best twists out there. Like I've heard it from a lot of people, so I'm excited to read that one. Yeah. Yeah, that one's on my list.
is it on your list?
Not on
Is
this
it?
not on this list, no, but just like on my list
Oh,
to
I'm about to
read,
say
right? No.
to read. Okay. Mm-hmm. And what's interesting about her though, she's part of, yeah, whiteout and blackout, which is multiple authors writing like YA romance, like black
Yeah.
love focused romances. And to be able to like do this, but then do this is like phenomenal to me.
Mhm.
Because like I'm always tripped out by her, like, and I've only read one book. I know I keep making it seem like I've read all her books, but like
It
that
was a good
one
book.
book that I read was so good. It was
Yeah.
so good. And
Agree.
I remember finishing the book and going to Barnes and Nobles and like buying two of her books because I'm like I'm gonna read everything. I will because it sounds really good. So I will. Maybe I could add this to like my spooky kind of
Yeah.
mystery. I feel like that would be great. But yeah, so that's two. And then next is one that you read and you really enjoyed, which was
Mhm.
Tender Beast by Lascelles Samberry, which is a YA mystery. You spoke highly of it. We both love Delicious Monsters by her. So I know I'm gonna enjoy this one. The way you raved about it, I know I'm gonna like it. I instantly bought it when it went on sale and just never like cracked it open, but I will.
Yeah.
This is a private school that um there's like a gruesome murder that happens and there's a teen trying to clear her brother's name and find or investigate like who the real killer is. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of twists and turns. Not gonna know, like unexpected kind of twist.
Mhm.
And I'm really excited about this one. I have been excited about it. I gotta read it.
Agreed. Definitely read it.
Um, that's three. And then what would be next? What should I we talked a little bit about this one, which is Blood Marked by Tracy
Wait,
Dion. Book
you haven't read that?
Blood Mark? No.
Well, I guess it's good time since the next one will probably come out. Is it next year, 2025?
It's soon. It's soon.
Okay.
I think it's next year. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna love
Yeah.
it.
So I haven't and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do a reread of Legendborn because I there's a lot in Legendborn that I know I'm not gonna remember for this. But yeah, Bloodmark by Tracy Dion. It's book two and a King author retelling. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't read Bloodmarked. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't. Um,
You should be ashamed. I'm just
I
kidding.
should be ashamed. There's actually two
Uh,
books here. When you see it, you're gonna be like, wait, you didn't read that one? No, I didn't.
okay.
So
Okay.
but yeah, I really like the characters. Like the characters are so good. And the
So good. I
and
just can't believe that after the cliffhanger of book one, that the moment you got that book, you weren't like running to rip it open because it's something.
I know. I'm sorry. I know, I know. I
Okay.
will.
All right. All
Will.
right.
We
Okay.
got 12 weeks, right?
Do. We do have 12 weeks. All right. So my next one is Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. And we both you read the other one too, right? Didn't we do an episode on it? If we were villains. Are you sure?
Oh, no, you gave it to me, but I haven't read it yet.
Oh, maybe I just talked about it on an episode,
Yeah,
but
you talked about it, and then you gifted one for me, and you were like, I
it's
think that was the one that you labeled "You're gonna hate everyone." Was that the one? But
mm-hmm.
read it. I think that
It's
was
gonna
what
be
you
like,
said.
yep, you're not gonna like or trust anyone, but it's good. It makes you think.
Mhm.
It's a weird, like, format the way she did it, but it's so, so good. But anyway, so I immediately bought this one. Again, I didn't even know what it was about. I just knew I was going to read it because I absolutely loved If We Were Villains. This one, though, is a gothic horror, and this is about 5 people who work different jobs, but they're all night shift. And, like, I assume on the way home every night, they all cross paths in a cemetery. But one day, they find an open grave.
Oh no. Don't let
I'm
me
so
ever.
freaking excited. But look how it's a novella, so it's
Yeah, it's
super
little.
short read. I'm gonna read it. I don't think it's gonna be spooky. I just think it's gonna be
An
like
open
very
grave? No,
I just think it's gonna
absolutely
be
not.
very mysterious.
Probably, probably, but no, no open grave for me.
Okay. All right. I will let you know then. Um,
Mhm.
my next one is an arc. This is Beautiful Broken Love by Shanora Williams. This is my only other romance. My other one was a YA romance. This one is an actual sports romance. And
Sports romance?
it's a sports
Jenny,
romance, but I don't
wow.
think it doesn't seem like it's going to be focused on that.
Okay.
It so the FMC lost her husband, he passed away, and she's finally trying to move on with her life, and then she meets an NBA star, and there's that. So it's like described mostly as like emotional grief, pain, like things like that. So we'll see
Mhm.
how it goes. But it's my only romance.
Wow. I'm
We'll see.
shocked.
I know. Um, wish me luck. So my
Yep.
next one is Immortal Dark by Tijis Germa. I'm so excited to read this one. This one's been like all over Book
Yeah.
Talk, IG, everything. It's a dark academia fantasy with vampires, and it's about a lost heiress who infiltrates an arcane society and ends up living with the vampire who killed her family.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to read it.
I think I have the satisfaction copy coming.
Wait, is this the set of? No, this is not.
Is it? No,
It
the
might
red.
be.
So
No.
where's mine?
I feel like I got this one from Satisfaction.
I think I
I
got an email saying that it's on its way. Because I didn't get it when everyone else got
oh,
it.
I
I got
did.
like the back
Yeah,
order
I
or like
pre-ordered mine.
okay,
Yeah.
I didn't. So that's why mine isn't here. For a minute, I'm like, wait, definitely.
So I've heard 50-50 on this. Some
Yes,
people
I
love
was
it,
gonna say
some
that.
people are like, no.
No, not their jam. Yeah.
So it sounds like everything we like though.
It does. It does.
But we'll see. We'll see.
I don't see it not being good.
I know.
I don't like just the summary alone seems really, really good. Like
Right.
I feel like we would like it. I feel like we would
Yeah,
like
and then
it.
like the people who loved it, like the way they describe it, it sounds like pretty amazing. So
Mhm.
we'll see. All right,
We'll
my
see.
last one. This is my other one where I was like, that cover, and then I ended up getting an arc for it because it doesn't come out till 2025. So this is These Vengeful Wishes, not witches, by Vanessa Montalban. And this is a YA horror about a girl who discovers a possessed wishing well. And then there's also a female spirit who sort of brings out the rage in the FMC.
Okay.
Sounds really good. I didn't know
Yeah, it
anything
does.
about it at first, and then I kept commenting on the author's things like, this sounds fucking amazing. I really want it. And then she messaged me and sent it to me.
Nice.
So I'm excited. It comes out like February, I think. Yeah, February 2025.
Nice, nice.
I'm excited. But that's all.
Like it. Okay. Where did I leave off? Because I was flip-flopping. Okay, I you mentioned this one, The Follower of Flowers. This
Mhm.
is definitely top 12 for me to read before the end of the year because I loved book 1 so much. I do know and will do a reread because again, I feel like there's things that I don't remember. Like I remember like the plot and where it was going, but I don't necessarily remember the characters. So I
Yeah.
feel like I need to go back and do a reread for this one. Um, yeah. So this is sequel to Name Bearer, Latin fantasy, queer rap, found family vibes, and has warrior women. Yes, I want to read it. Sounds great.
Yes, of course. And book 3 comes out soon. November, I
I
think.
know. There's so many books, Jenny.
No, it's really hard to
I
keep
don't
up.
want to work. I don't want to work. I just want to read. But even over the summer, like I said, I was gonna do that, and like summer, like I was just like in a reading slump all summer. It really, really
Tell me about
killed my
it.
vibe.
Yeah.
My next one is Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. This is book 2 in the Ruinous Love trilogy. I love Butcher and Blackbird. Um, I never thought I would enjoy serial killer rom-coms, but it seems to be my jam, because that's kind of the vibes of her books. This one is a enemies to lovers, multiple point of views, and he falls first. And if I remember his character, Lachlan, um, he's like not someone I would have thought would fall first. Like he's one of those like brooding, mysterious, dark men. And like
Mm,
for him to fall first is giving very much kill her and like I'll unalive you kind of thing, which I like. So I can't wait.
exciting.
And if it's an enemies to lover, I know the banter is gonna be so good. So that's my second
I
one.
still need to read that series.
Yes, you do. I'll tell you why later though.
Oh shit.
Um,
Okay.
next is the
Ah,
blood gift.
that I you know how okay. I've never read book 1, right? I think about that book so much. And the only reason is because you were always like, it's your kind of book. It's very gory and it's just like rage. And I was like, I literally think about this book all the fucking time. And I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I don't
I
know.
don't understand why I haven't read book like you know how like how didn't you jump into book 2 right after reading for Legendborn? You just
Mhm.
said that. I don't understand. I don't understand because I literally found out about the oh my God, the blood trials like a month before this one. So
Oh,
like I should have. Yes, Jenny. Yes. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know where my mind
I
has
mean,
been,
I do get it because sequels are hard to like keep going because you want that break in between. So I do get it.
but like it's been more than a year, I believe. Like I should have read this. I should have read this. And now I know I have to read book 1 again to read this one.
That's shitty.
Because I remember parts of the cliffhanger, but there's things that like I'm it's like it's not all there. So I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to do a reread of that one. And I think that's what's like pulling me back. Even though I loved book 1,
Is
rereads
it
to
a
read book 1.
duology?
Yeah, it's a duology. So it's just 2 books. I wonder if there's an audio. Because I could do a tandem read with the audio and the physical and then
Yeah.
just jump into this one. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, The Blood Gift. I think like I said, I think I've mentioned this book like a million times and like, hello, is anyone there? Apparently not. And I think my last one is A Fate Inked in Blood. You've read it.
It's so good.
I'm becoming a very big fan of Danielle Jensen's work. I've been doing the audiobooks of The Bridge Kingdom, and I love that series. It's so good. It's so good. It's so entertaining. The audiobook is like really, really good. I love the narrators for it. It's good. From what I know, this is like Viking fantasy, and it's forbidden love, forced proximity, slow burn, which is really her MO. Like they don't just jump into things in her books, and I'm assuming the same thing, right? Is it
Yeah.
slow,
And then
slow?
it's yeah, it's like
Like
medium slow.
triple
It wasn't
O
like
slow?
terrible. It wasn't
Okay.
like, but the banter, so good.
Really?
So good.
Yeah. Is this one that's an arranged marriage? I feel like there was one that was an arranged marriage that I
Yes and
wanted to
no.
read. Okay.
Yes and no. I can't divulge anymore.
Okay. So I feel like I read that somewhere where it's like arranged marriage. But I
Hmm.
feel like I think let me see, let me go back. I thought maybe the Cruel Thirst one. Yeah, Cruel Thirst is also a fake engagement. So I knew that was another reason why I knew I would like that one. But but yeah, I like her other books. I feel like I will like this one. And I like, Viking shows. So why
Yeah,
wouldn't
you'll
I like a
definitely like it.
Viking book?
Yeah. And she's
So
she's like she's an adult. Like everybody in there is an adult. Like she's not
okay.
young, she's not stupid, she's super smart. It's so good.
Mhm.
I pre-ordered the
And
second one.
it's so pretty.
Mhm. I pre-ordered both because I have the standard like that, and then I have the Waterstones edition, which
Mhm.
is super pretty. So I pre-ordered them both.
I don't even know when's the last time I pre-ordered a book. I haven't done any pre-orders recently. A girl is broke. But yeah, this is another one that I like I'm so happy like I think with the Bridge Kingdom there was someone who mentioned the audiobooks and was like, "Oh, you need to listen to it on audio. It's so
Yeah.
good." It might be what is it? Lit Brit or Listen with Brit. She was a
Oh
poly
yeah.
influencer. I think she was one that had mentioned it. Or maybe one of the newer influencers. But I know for sure somebody had said the audio is really good. And I listened to the first one and I was like, oh yeah, I could get into this.
I know
But
I
her
got
MO
the
is
entire
definitely slow
series.
burn.
I got the entire series on Audible when they were all free. So I own them
Mm.
all now, but I just never
I feel
read
like
them.
they might still be free. I don't think I've paid for any of them. I think I have the like Audible versions any
Oh, okay. Like when they
because
say
I
like
have
add
the
to
Audible.
library.
Yeah. I have the Audible subscription. And I think
Mm,
if you're like a Audible subscriber, like certain
yeah.
books you could get for free or like for cheaper or something. But I don't think I bought the audiobooks. But yeah, I think those were all my books. There's so many. And I got a lot of thick ones on my list. Like sheet thick.
I don't think I have any thick ones. Maybe one, two. I lied. But that's not including all the other books that I feel like I need to read before the end of the year.
No, what I'm looking at, Blood Mark, she big. She a big girl. She a big girl. But yeah, those are all my books.
Same.
On top of my TBR. On
Fuck
top
that
of like
TBR.
right. Fight me and my TBRs forever fighting. This was our top 3 September reads with 12 of our hopefuls for the end of the year. We hope you pick up one of these books and read it before us and let us know what you think. Or if anything, go read the Queen's Red Guard series by Isabel Omo. Or
I was gonna
else
say that was very aggressive, but I agree. Go read it.
go read it. It's so good. It's so
It
good.
is. Please,
It's
please,
so
please.
good that I fight myself not to email her or DM her. Is book 4 done? Is book 4 done? Because
I
mine,
get that. I get that. But she's writing
mine,
4
I want
and 5 at the same time. She's trying, which is great.
it. She's just the author trying her best.
She's trying her
And
best. And we're
I
just
will
the
be
readers
mhm,
waiting and waiting
patiently,
and waiting.
kind of. I want it so bad. Like,
Same.
just
I
give me
know.
like the unedited. Like, I don't care. I just want to know what's
I mean, you can
happening. Like,
sign up for the beta. So I almost signed up for book three's like beta read when she was looking for beta readers, but I just don't. I don't want to do that. I want it to be like almost perfection when it's done.
I
Like
can
I
see that.
want it to be
Same.
there. And it's a lot of
Same
pressure
and
if
not
you're
same.
beta reading. Yeah. Well, like beta reading is a lot of pressure because you're looking for like holes and stuff. And
Mistakes and
I don't
stuff.
want
Yeah.
to I don't want to do that.
I can't find the mistakes in my own life. You think I can in a book? I can't. I can't see the holes that are going on right now. Like, barely. I can't do that in a book. Please do not put that pressure on me. I will wait for your arcs.
Agreed. Hmm.
But yes, if anything's come from this episode, please give Isabel Omo a read. She is
Yeah.
phenomenal. All these books are really good,
They are.
but
But she's our
we
favorite.
we really like her, and we want you to like her and be nice to her. All right, I gotta go.
Meet you outside.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Bye.